Welcome back, guys, to another live stream. My name's Mike, aka Decimal Punked, and we are back in Blender 5.0.1. The last stream, I think we were cutting into the landscape. We did the whole x-axis with the pieces, and we put in these dirt tiles that you can see over here. So we started cutting back on the y-axis 800 points. So, really happy with how it's turned out. I think in the last stream, the trench pieces were 4x4x4, but there were issues with a couple of pieces not aligning perfectly with the terrain, so there were gaps. So the artist has fixed those pieces, and also after testing in Unreal Engine, after testing how the player moved in and out of the trenches, we found that a scale of 200 worked much better. So, sorry, not a scale, I do apologise, the height. So instead of it being 4 deep, it's 400 deep, it's 200. The player can jump in, they're concealed in the bunker, trench, oh my god, in the trench, and they can jump back out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go across all of the sections where I've got the trenches, and we're going to drop in the pieces the artist has provided. It's not going to take long. You can see at the front there where the trenches are. And yeah. So I've got the core pieces. I've got a folder here called core pieces, so those are all of my parts. So when I remove these ones, we've still got them as a backup. So what we're going to start with, have we got a folder for trenches? Okay. Oh, that's in the block out, okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do then is I am going to do a new folder called trenches. And why has it done that? Is there already a folder? That's interesting. Right. Right, so what have we got here? We've got a sandbag section. Okay. Just wondering which one to go with first. Let's go for this one first. So I'm gonna duplicate that, and I'm gonna move that to trench, and then we're gonna get rid of this piece. We're gonna get this, and just slot that in there. There we have it, no gaps. Excellent, really happy with that. Perfect. And then what we're going to have to do with the terrain, we're going to have to close the gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on vertex snapping, and we're just going to move that up on the Z. Get that one, do the same. And then we'll just do an edge slide to merge that one. Oh. There we go. And there we have it. Excellent. Okay. Right, let's have a look. So we're going to put these all in along the x-axis first, and then we'll start planning how the back bits should go, because we've got dead ends and things. So let's see what other bits we've got. So we've got quite a wide one with a slope. That's a walkway with wooden planks, as is that one and that one. What is this one? That's a corner piece. Sandbags full I've already used. That's a walkway. And then we've got this one. Okay, so basically we've only really got two sections that we can slot in along. So we've got the sandbag one, and then we've got these wooden planks. So if I just show you the pieces we've got a big deep one, that one, that one, that one, that one, sandbags. So we've only got two pieces that we can work with. So let's go for that one. So we're going to delete that block out piece. Was it that one? Yeah. So we're going to duplicate it, and then we're going to move it to trench. And then we're going to move it back on the Y, and then move it across on the X. There we go. Looks good, really happy with that. So I sent across the piece that I had, the core pieces, and the artist has used that so that there are no gaps whatsoever. It was only a minor issue. So welcome to the stream, by the way. I'll go G on the Z. You can see there the coordinates are perfect. G on the Z. That's what we like to see. No gaps in the terrain. Look at that, seamless. Get rid of that one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for another one of these. So we're going to duplicate that, and then we're going to move that across on the G and the X. Do the same again, select the terrain, select the verts, turn on vert snapping, G on the Z. We'll do an edge slide down there. Nice, that looks really cool. And what we'll do is once I think what I'm going to do this stream, I'm going to go across the entire level and put in all of the pieces going back. So it'd be 1200 total on the Y. We'll go all across the level, put those all in. And then what we'll do is we'll pick the colours for the trench pieces. Sandbags already have a colour, but it would be good to have kind of pick like, sorry, I seem to be burping. We'll pick a colour, like a subtle dirt colour, because when I texture paint the whole level, we're going to basically join the terrain with these pieces, then we're going to cut it all down and just do one massive texture paint. So that's going to be quite fun. Might be able to do that this stream. We'll see how we go on time, because using the cutter tool to cut into the landscape, the Boolean modifier, it does take a while, and you can see how long the level is. So what I might do is do all the cuts, get everything in, maybe take a break, have some food, and then come back and texture paint. So that's the plan. The environmental artist, is going to be modelling the bunker pieces, so we can leave that for the time being. Right, here's a fun bit. So if we get rid of that piece, I think I'm going to go, let's just check out the bits over here actually. Please tell me there is a corner piece. Right. We basically need that, but we need to flip that. I don't think I've actually done that. I've done mirroring. Let me just query this with AI quickly. Scale -1. Has that actually done it? Let's oh wow. Oh, okay, that was pretty cool. So scale -1. And it basically flips it. Right, let's set the center of origin. Actually, we can just leave that where it is. So that is... Okay, excellent. Sorry. Right, let's get back to business. So... what bits were they? They were wooden, weren't they? Okay, so if we go for a sandbag bit there... Nice. Okay, so now we've got this section. So what I can do is get rid of the V. We can try one of those nice corner bits. So I think this was the first one. We'll see how this looks. So get rid of that. So Control D, move to trench, G on the X. Ugh! Where the hell is it? I just did G on the X. G, X. And then G on the Y. Okay, that looks cool. Right, so now now what we do is, if I get rid of that bit, Control D, move to trench, G on the X. Lovely. Okay, so now we just need two corner bits here. Sorry, the the walkway bit. So let's have a look what we've got. So I quite like that wall sandbag. Let's see. How is that? That's two. That's only two. So, I think down here, that's 1, 2, 3. That one's definitely 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That is 2, isn't it? Yeah, 2 blocks. So if we go wooden blocks here, and then for this one, we could go wooden sandbags, wooden. So let's do that. So I think it was that one. I think I'm going to go for that piece. So duplicate that and then move that to trench. G on the X. And G on the Y. Look at that. Seamless. Very nice. I'm very happy. Very happy. Turn left, turn right. I'm moving them into a folder called in use so that I make sure that I'm trying to make use of all the assets being provided with here. Okay. Okay. What is this one? Oh, that's the side. Now that's might be a problem, that one, because it's too deep. That one's too deep. Whereas that one is fixed. I'll have to add a face onto there. So I'm going to move this one into not in use. And what I'll do is I'll just quickly fix that. Where there's a face missing. What is going on there then? Easy fix. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yep. Okay, so what we need to do here is we just need to bring up the verts. Okay. I've got vertices trauma from the other day, so I'm just being super vigilant here, guys. Amazing. That looks great. Oh, this is so refreshing. Okay. Okay, so we've got a lot of wood here, so I think I'm going to go sandbags again. Oh, it looks so good. I might try that end piece actually. So there was, let's have a look. That bit, that bit. I think I want to use this bit, but how long is that? That's 800. 800, so that would be here. Let's see how it looks, guys. That looks good. Right, so duplicate that one, move to trench, G on the X. Wall sandbag 00, wall sandbag, so we can move that one into in use. And there. I like that. And then we can have that trench going backwards. Looks good. It's so satisfying just having the verts snap like that. There's something really satisfying about it. I think that looks good. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Burger. Okay. That would be nice to have the metal sandbags here, I think. Those are placeholders. They're meant to be the wounded wounded people that you revive. That Z fighting is because of the block there. So we're waiting on the assets from the environmental person for those wall planes that are part of the bunker. Right, very long bit here. I think what I'm going to do for this, because I quite like that ramp. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip that piece. And move it here. That's really handy. Scale -1 just basically flips it. Then we need 3 wall sections. So I think I'm going to go just all wood. Okie dokie. Right. This is looking groovy. I need a drink of my coffee, guys. Whenever I'm modelling, my hands are just so occupied, I can't... I forget to drink. Right, one sec. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry, I just sent a request to the artist for that piece. That's the dead end bit, so we'll use that shortly. Let's just have a look at what we've got so far. So we've got the trenches in there, there, there. So there's only 2 more bits. What I might do, I might just mirror what we've got down the other end, where we've got like the wooden and then the sandbags. So if we do... Right. Excellent. Oh, this is exciting. Okay. So... Right, so we have now got in, guys. If I just show you. If we just do a flyby. We've got the trenches in. Bunker. Mortar zone. Bunker. Trenches. Trenches. All of the trenches are in, which now means we can basically go backwards. So I think what I'll do just for the trenches, I'll just go 3 back and we'll slot in the things. So I'm just wondering if I was to take, I don't know why, but I kind of want to start from this end. So if we get the cutter and move that along. Dun, 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 dun. Right, so he is in the right position. Okay. So what I will do is if we move him in the middle, 1600. To 800. Okay, so that's going to give us the 800 cut. So you see there? And that's going to cut into the landscape. Then we'll move the verts. And then we'll be able to move the ramp back and just kind of get this land and put it in place. And what I'll do, I'll just duplicate the far other end because we already had over there, we've already put in the bits there. So I'm just going to duplicate that and bring it up here. Save a little bit of work. Okay, so I'm going to minimize the trench folder and we'll be able to close that bit soon once I've used the dead end bit. So what we do, guys, is we select the terrain, we'll go to modifier, we add boolean, we select the cutter, we apply, we hide the cutter. Oh, naughty! Oh no, sorry, it did do the right job. I'm having a panic. I do apologise. I was doing this yesterday. How did I forget? So do the difference, exact, cutter, apply, hide the cutter, select the terrain, and then select the faces that it's created. Delete those faces, and there's our terrain. And we don't have any verts along here, so now what we do is we've basically got the space where we can plug in all of our pieces. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through on these on all these verts and just make sure that there's 0 on the Z. I'm just going to edge slide that one actually. And there we go. So we've got our terrain cut out. So now what we can do, guys, is we can go down and actually what we can do is... Oh, that's a bit disorientating. So basically these parts, I've asked the artist if they could kindly model a piece here just with some sandbags and wooden planks, and then we'll be able to swap those out. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go right down the other end, and how many is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be the same. Yes it is. 1, 2, no it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to shift D, G on the X, G on the X. There we go, guys. What I'm also going to do, I'm just going to select these tents and move those back on the Y. Okay, so that looks so good. Right, so now the fun bit is just basically we can just do a massive cut going all along. And then we just plug in the pieces basically. Oh. Right. Where's my cutter? I feel like I want to start here. I want to work from the end this time. So let's G on the X. I need to make sure it's divisible by 400. Let's add. Okay, it's too big. We'll go 13,200. 12,800. 400. G on the X. That's snap to position. Perfect. Okay, this is a big old cut, guys. It's like bakery, cutting into the pastry. I love it. Okay, so we select the terrain. we're going to do the Boolean. We select the cutter, apply, hide the cutter. Interesting, it didn't do it hasn't done the it didn't put any faces. You know, when we've done the cuts before, it's putting these faces. I wonder why it didn't do it that time. Interesting. So what we can do, we can place the ground plane above here, because essentially this was just a placeholder I did for block out. So as you can see, if we look down, you can see the ladder inside the tree there. So the artist, environmental artist, is going to be making a flat plane that we just put in there. So we're going to have some, maybe have some Z fighting when I put the ground piece above there, but that's absolutely fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to edit mode, and we're just going to go around the entire section we've just cut out, and we're going to make sure all of these verts are where they need to be. So on the Z we just set it to 0 basically. And yes, I'm doing this one by one. Doesn't take too long, but it just makes sure that everything, there is not going to be a single gap. Lovely. Okay, wow, that is a big, that's the biggest cut we've done so far. But as you can see, going the back this way, yeah, there's not a lot left to do. And this is, it's a really fun process. Okay, so what I'm going to do is it makes sense, because these are kind of two different styled trenches. You've got ones with the sandbags and the metal frame, and then you've got the wooden ones. So I'm just thinking, instead of just putting a wooden one in there, just maybe just go sandbags backwards. Keep consistent theme. So we're going to turn off that. We're going to, oh, okay. So we're going to duplicate G on the Y. Duplicate that, G on the Y. And now we can go to the last piece we've not used, which is down here. And we're going to duplicate that, move that to trench. And then we're going to move that into in use, and then we can actually hide the new pieces folder. Yeah. That scale's got me a little bit concerned. Should be okay. Oh, dude, you haven't got faces on the back. Oh, man. How's he done that? Oh, it does have faces, they're just the wrong way. How annoying. Hope you're enjoying the stream, guys. Fixed. Oh, that looks so freaking cool. Oh, he's done a good job. Oh, it looks pucker. I love it. I love it. Look at that. It's seamless. I love it. That looks great. Okay, so now what we do is we put in the ground plane, guys. So what have we got here? So there's 4 variants, so we need a 1. So we've got 3, 4, 1. Oh, this looks so good. What's that? 2. So if we go for a 4. And then maybe a 1. Nice, dude! Yeah, baby! Oh, it's looking awesome. Oh, that looks so good. Right, I need a sip of my coffee. 1 hour 10 into the stream, making really good progress here. I may be able to texture paint this. I think if I just get everything in, do all the cuts, all the pieces in, and then in the same stream, I will sort the colours for those trench pieces. Once I've got those colours sorted, I'll stop for food, and then I'll come back and I'll texture paint the whole terrain. Because there shouldn't need to be any changes. Like, I don't think we need to add pieces to the front. Like, I like its low poly. If we add the other pieces, there's quite a lot of tries on them. Whereas I think this is more than suitable, just having this low poly edge. Like, you can see it all the way along there. Okay. I'm really happy with my landscape I've sculpted there. Jesus. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I miscounted. Oh. Oh, guys, this looks so goddamn good. Okay. Right, we've only got a tiny section left there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think what I'll do is I'll just go down the other end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Right. Okay. Oh my god. Right, the next section. So all of this bit is done. The terrain is in there. I'm so happy those trenches. The artist has done a great job fixing those. I'm so happy now that there's no gaps. Oh, this is really fun. Okay. Right, so what we need to do then is all this the reason why this bit is barren is because when the player enters this bunker right here, they go underground for quite a section over there, so they're never going to see this bit, which is why I've not used these planes. Also saves on the overall try count of the level. So they go, I've put enough there, and we tested this in engine today, so we know that when they get to this point underneath this part, they're not going to see anything, and then by the time they're up the tree, same, they're not going to see past this point. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a cut from here all the way along the back there. So it's going to be, it might be a bigger cut than that one. And if we just check underneath, you can see the bunkers over there, right here where there's some Z fighting, and here as well. So removing that means when we get the pieces from the environmental artist for the interior bunker, we'll be able to slot that in. And then if I just check, I've already done the cuts in here. Yeah, that's already had the cut removed. So so yeah, all I need to do is basically cut up to that section. So from basically from here to there. Okay. It's going to be quite a big cut. $23,200 cut. Oh my god. Dude, that's a big old cut. That's the cutter's biggest cut to date. Holy cow. Okay. Alright, Mr. Cutter, are you ready? Right, select the terrain. Add the Boolean modifier. Select the cutter. Apply. Hide the cutter. And interestingly, this time it has put in the faces. I wonder why that is, whereas at the other end it didn't do it. Oh. There we go. So now what we need to do, similar to the other end, we're going to go through all the vertices, make sure that they are all on 0, so we don't get any gaps. So we just go along. That's not right. Oh, that is right. 0. Oh, actually, I didn't need to do that one. That's off the axis. That's not actually on the... That goes back. Oh, we could probably merge these ones. YouTube adverts. Thank you. So the reason why I'm doing this, guys, is to make sure that there's going to be no gaps when we slot in the terrain pieces. Perfect. Wow, that is a big old cut right there, guys. Okay, I'm gonna have a sip of the coffee. And I think what I'll do is we'll put in the trench bits, because you can see from above from above here where the trenches are. So we're just going to plug those in, and then we'll fill in the gaps with the landscape terrain. Okay. Right. Ugh. feel that one's a lot of wood, so there we go. Right, is that all of those in? Looks like it. Right. Right, so we do not need to put... You see where this bunker is here? These bits are the bunker, so we do not need to put any planes underneath that. So... that's 4. Oh, this looks so good. So one thing I need to do for the programmers, when I've modelled and texture painted this, we're going to have to separate. We're basically, see here, we're going to basically have to cut we're going to have to cut this section out, because the idea is when the player's inside, you can't see the this gets revealed. So you basically, this terrain is always there, but when you go inside a building, you want this bit to be revealed. So my suggestion was to just separate this part of the mesh. I'm just wondering the best way to do that, because when I texture paint it, no, that should be okay actually. That should be okay. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god. Oh, it looks so good. So good. Almost done. I didn't put any on the other bunker, did I? No. What is that bit? Is that the... Oh, okay, that's the bunker. Alright, so we got 4 bits there. Last section is just here, guys. So, how many blocks is that? It's quite a chunky section. What I might do is borrow some from over. I might. Oh, no, no, no. Can't cover the hole, or else you won't be able to get out. Oh, no, wait. Apologies. That was the first tree. It's this tree where we've got the Yeah. That's the tree you climb out of. Right, I believe I'm done. If we just go bird's eye view from start, we've got trenches. Bunker. I'm just going to post this to the group. Right, guys, I am 50-50 about modelling an aeroplane. It's not required. It would be more a polish thing. I have modelled I have modelled an aeroplane before. Let me just see if I've still got the picture. Yeah, I've still got a picture. Here is an aeroplane that I modelled last summer. I'm thinking I could easily model a plane relevant to WW1 that we could have occasionally fly across the scene. Maybe. Depends how we do on time, because I need to put a lot of time into the space game. All the modelling's done for the space game, so tomorrow I'm going to be in engine for quite a long time in the Unreal Engine. But yeah, let's stop waffling. So what I need to do, yeah, basically what I need to do is, for these trench pieces, we need to pick a suitable dirt colour. Sandbags already have a colour. And then when I'm doing a texture painting of the level, just need to make sure that it's a similar kind of colour. So I'm probably going to have to jot down this hex code. Okay. Sip of the coffee. Right, so what I'll do, now, because I'm doing this for one, each object's individual, so I'm probably going to have to delete the other same models of this and just replace it. It's not a problem. So we're just going to have dirt layer and wood basically. So let's go into shading. Now, I think the easiest thing to do is while I've got all selected, because you can see here, I can select the dirt plane, so it makes sense to just select all, pick the wood color, and then do the dirt color. That feels quite nice. That's a nice brown. Yeah, I like that. Oh my god. Okay. I think I've got it all. Right, this bit's going to be tricky. I need to select... What would you call that? Metal sheets. Nice. That'll do. Awesome. Okay. Right, so okay, so we just need to colour those bits. So get rid of that PBR. Well, that's going to be a little bit weird shape. think I've got it all. I think. That looks good, doesn't it? It looks like I've got all the dirt section. Nice. Yeah, pretty sure I got it all there, guys. Awesome sauce. Do that one next. I think I'm going to need another coffee soon. It feels like I've been doing this longer than 2 hours. Okay. What are these bits here? So that's a corner bit that I've just done, isn't it? So if we delete that and then dupe that and then G on the X. Okay, so we just need to do that middle sandbag bit. Nice. Lovely jubbly. Oh. I fell asleep earlier, guys. I was tired yesterday. Went to uni, came back. I fell asleep. I ate, I fell asleep. And I basically had my night's sleep during the day. So my body clock's a little bit all over the place again, which is great fun. Alright, let's just look at the level then. So, ooh. If we just zoom out, this lighter half of the level, there's no trenches here. We've got trenches here, here, and there. So there's 4 sections of trench. We turn that on. They're in colour. So now what we need to do is just go down to this section here. And I don't think there's another ramp, which is handy. So if we delete that ramp, because I coloured the other one. That's a very handy trick to flip the object. Scale X -1, for anyone that's wondering. Okay, so I believe we've got that bit over here. Yes, we do. So delete that. And then we've got the wooden bit with the gap, which is there. Left corner piece. Left corner piece. And then we got the V-shaped sandbag part. So V-shaped sandbag, which is that. Shift D, G, X. And then we've got the dead end part. So we've got solid wall and then the gappy bit. And that V-shaped. Do we have a V-shaped up here? Yes, we do. Okay, so two bits, so one with just a hole there. Pretty sure. There it is, that one. So get rid of that one. and then just a full wooden wall. Which is that one. Okay, so trench bits there. We go across mortar, and we just got these bits. So I'm going to get rid of these 3 dead ends. Take the dead end from there. And then get a sandbag bit, so if I just take these ones, they're going to be sandbags. And then we just need the V-shaped wooden bit there. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, that is all of the trench bits coloured. And as you can see, the only remaining bit is basically the terrain. Now, all of these things here, where I've got a tent and an enemy placeholder and the comrades, these are just placeholders, just so we know where the enemies are. And then, obviously, this whole underground section, those are assets. They're assets that we're needing from the environmental artist, so it won't be fully complete until those are in. But my job, I can now that we've got the coloured trench, I can now essentially join the landscape, the terrain, with these dirt plains that you can see dotted throughout the level. And then my next task, you see where we have the underground bunker, basically I'm gonna have to cut out the shape in the terrain that will essentially act as the it will act as like a layer where the player enters the bunker, they hit a collision box, we toggle that on, we toggle that off. Now, I should be able to do that with the cutter, and as you can see, the shape of the layout there, it's fairly simple, and what I can do, I should be able to create the whole shape of that section with a special cutter tool. I can just make one big old cutter, and then if I was to duplicate the terrain, I should be able to kind of like pull that off. I think I know how to do it. In my head, I think I know how to do that. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to stop for some food. I'm going to have a break because we've been going nearly 2.5 hours. And what we'll do is I'll come back after I've eaten, and I guess we'll texture paint the landscape, and that is going to be a nice process, quite relaxing. So if you enjoyed the stream, guys, feel free to follow on Twitch, and don't forget to check out my YouTube to see past streams. I've got playlists for Unreal, Unity and Blender, and if you want to play any of the games I've made, feel free to check out my itch page. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and I will be back in about an hour's time with another stream.